Speaking of the U.S. military, a U.S. Navy warship has run aground at the Tubbataha Reef in western Philippines, causing considerable damage to the corals in the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now, the incident has fueled protest in the nation's capital of Manila. And as our correspondent Barnaby Lo reports, it could take weeks before that ship is extricated.
Is one of the most diverse marine ecosystems in the world. The Tubbataha Reef in the Philippines is home to over 600 species of fish and over 360 coral species. It's a diverse mecca and one of the most important sources of livelihood for thousands of fishermen. But lately, it's been a source of anger. Dozens of protesters stormed the U.S. Embassy in Manila earlier this week after the USS Guardian, a U.S. Navy minesweeper, ran aground on the reef and damaged about 1,000 square meters of coral.
The U.S. ships come in and out of the Philippines. They cause damage, they dump toxic waste, they destroy our natural resources, and yet it seems we have no say.
The U.S. warship had come from a port visit in Subic Bay, a former U.S. naval base west of Manila, and was on its way to Indonesia when it got stuck on the Tubbataha Reef on Thursday last week. The Tubbataha Reef in the island of Palawan over in western Philippines is a protected marine sanctuary, a UNESCO World Heritage Site where only research and tourist vessels are allowed to navigate. And so the big question now is what a U.S. Navy warship was doing there. And so far, that question has not been answered. What the U.S. government has offered so far was an apology. In a statement issued by the U.S. Navy, one of the commanders expressed regret over the incident, saying, quote, "We take seriously our obligations to protect and preserve the maritime environment." The U.S. Navy blamed the incident on an inaccuracy in their navigational system, but officials of the marine park say the ship's crew members ignored their warnings. Lorenzo Tan, a member of the Tubbataha Protected Area Management Board, says the government will conduct its own investigation.
Questions have to be answered, fines have to be paid, the law has to be respected.
But the most pressing concern has been how to remove the ship without inflicting further damage to the reef.
And the normal way of retrieval is to pull the ship off, but you will cause more damage to the reef. So the Philippine government and the Palawan governor insisted that they lift it out, and they agreed.
When that will happen is still a question, though, as huge waves and monsoon rains continue to delay retrieval efforts. Barnaby Lo, CCTV, Manila.